with bow and sword beside me, and hunger in my knees. The marsh was thick with whispers, with wings and hidden eyes, where Thalarion rolled beneath me, and Gantz cried in disguise. I came to find a slaver, Samos by his name, a servant of the priest kings in a city built on shame. Through the rushes to the sea, where no clear road waits for me, past the blood mark, past the foam, past the marsh that has no home. Through the rushes, through the fear, port car shadow drawing near, I pushed my little craft along, where every bird became a song. White cloth marked the warning, red cloth marked the blood, but still I drove my rush boat through the dark and silent flood. Then came a girl of Rent's cloth, blue-eyed, proud and still, a snare beside the water, a beauty with a will. She asked me for my city, she called me outlaw there, then cried into the marshlands, and spears rose everywhere. Through the rushes to the sea, where no clear road waits for me, past the blood mark, past the foam, past the marsh that has no home. Through the rushes, through the fear, port car shadow drawing near, I pushed my little craft along, where every bird became a song. The marsh has many voices, the marsh has many hands, and those who think they pass unseen may kneel on woven lands. The sea was still before me, but first the Rents would claim the warrior from Koroba and strip away his name. Through the rushes to the sea, no city colors covering me, no tower, bridge, or open road, only reeds and water flowed. Through the rushes I was drawn, from tall to something darker born, and in the marsh before Port Car I lost the man I thought I was. Before Hohak they brought me, bound in marsh vine tight, a stranger stripped and kneeling, a warrior robbed of right. He sat upon a sorb shell, with old chains at his throat, an exiled galley slave who'd learned how free men stay afloat. They asked me if I'd die there, or serve and live in shame, and when I chose the breath of life, they took away my name. Lost in the marsh, kneeling in the reed, strong enough for labor, weak enough to plead. Lost in the marsh, where the proud heart broke under Tilima's laughter, under Hohak's yoke. She fed me Rent's paste bitter, she wrapped my throat in vine, She called herself my mistress and made her triumph mine. She named me Bosk for labor, for muscle, shame and load, and sent me to her Rent's craft to cut the stalk she showed. I had faced the blades of cities, I had flown where townsmen fly, but a woman's cold derision brought the fire to my eye. Bosk in the marsh, kneeling in the reed, strong enough for labor, weak enough to plead. Bosk in the marsh, where the proud heart broke under Talima's laughter, under Hohat's yoke. The worst chain is not iron, the worst lash is not pain, the worst wound is the mirror when it shows a man is stained. Yet deep beneath the shame there, a coal refused to die. A warrior buried under mud still listened for the sky. Bosk in the marsh, breathing through disgrace, salt and sweat and rent sleeves burning on his face. Bosk in the marsh, not yet free, not yet gone, but somewhere in the broken man, a darker strength lived on. The islands came together, 5 hearts upon the tide, with bridges made of Rent's rafts and laughter side by side. The young men called to maidens, the drums began to play, and I was bound at center pole to shame the feast that day. Girls circled like the marsh birds, with copper beads and flowers, each whispering, maybe you are mine, to taste a moment's power. Talima's festival, moonfire on the reed, dancers in the torchlight, beauty sharp as need. Talima's festival, laughter like a knife, a slave stood bound in flowers while the marsh sang into life. They danced beneath the 3 moons, with hands raised to the night. Their shadows moved like water, their faces burned with light. One by one they mocked me, one by one they turned, but Talima's eyes held triumph with every step she burned. She cut my bonds at last there, and smiled as though she knew that I would crawl back to her hut, because she told me to. slaves stood bound in flowers while the marsh sang into light. But songs can break without warning, and drums can turn to screams, for shadows move beyond the light, like raiders out of dreams. The festival was burning, the nets were in the dark, and Portcar came with spears and chains to put its brand upon the marsh. Telima's festival, blood upon the reed, dancers turned to captives, freedom turned to need. Telima's festival, the night split at the seam, and all the laughter drowned beneath the slavers' battle scream. Torches ring the island, steel rang through the cries. Women ran through burning huts with terror in their eyes. Nets advanced like shadows, spears behind the mesh, and Portcar's hungry raiders came hunting living flesh. Telima cried beside me, her pride torn into fear, and all my shame fell from me when the enemy drew near. Slavers in the firelight, smoke above the shore. Portcar's knives are singing, the marsh will sleep no more. Slavers in the firelight, chains across the foam, but a man who crawled as slave tonight will rise and bring her home. Hohawk stood with oar-pole, a giant in the flame, breaking men like storm-tossed wood until the captionettes came. Girls who danced in laughter were bound and dragged away. The proud eyes turned to pleading before the birth of day. Henrak sold the islands with white silk on his chest, a trader pointing through the smoke to those he'd once called blessed. Slavers in the firelight, smoke above the shore. Portcar's knives are singing, the marsh will sleep no more. Slavers in the firelight, chains across the foam, but a man who crawled as slave tonight will rise and bring her home. I found her bound and weeping, I heard her broken cry. I do not want to wear their chains, I do not want to die. I took her from the burning, I hid her in the reed, and on a drifting wrench raft we vanished through the weeds. Slavers in the firelight, let the marsh remember well the night its songs were shattered by the boats that came from hell. Slavers in the firelight, your victory was brief, for Bossk was born in ashes, and he would answer grief. dawn we watched the barges, heavy with the chain. The rents girls at the prows there, marked by fear and shame. Telema sat beside me, her wrists in binding vine, and in her eyes the burning islands smoldered line by line. The marsh was full of silence, the dead lay in the dawn, and something hard awakened in the slave she'd looked upon. I will hunt, I will follow, through the reed and through the hollow, through the blood and through the brine, till every chain has answered mine. I will hunt, I will go, where the dark canals run low. Port Car took the marsh this night, Port Car will learn my bite. We crept upon the last barge, where tired rowers lay. The guards had fled in darkness, their courage washed away. I took the arrows from the bodies, I took the bow again, and Telema walked behind me through the deck of fallen men. She saw what she had owned there, not slave, not beast, not toy, but something sharpened by disgrace, no chain could now destroy. I will hunt, I will follow, through the reed and through the hollow, through the blood and through the brine, till every chain has answered mine. I will hunt, I will go, where the dark canals run low. Port Car took the marsh this night, Port Car will learn my bite. The marsh had made me kneel there, the marsh had heard me break, but men are sometimes forged again by what their enemies take. The bow that cowards mocked there would write on Raiders' skin, and the slave called Boss would carry a warrior back within. I will hunt, I will follow, past the sunrise, past tomorrow, past the barges, past the foam, till stolen people walk back home. I will hunt, I will go to the city built on woe, and when Port Car calls my name, it will speak it wrapped in flame. We came through muddy waters, through gates half sunk in rust, to a city without pity, built on hunger, chains, and dust. No towers rose like are there, no noble bridges shone, only holdings like fortresses and men who stood alone. A city made by slaves' hands, a city ruled by greed, where gold was law and steel was prayer, and mercy had no need. Canals of Port Car, dark water, hidden scar, 1,000 knives beneath the moon, 1,000 deals in every room. Canals of Port Car, torn of the sea from afar. I came to find the man called Samos, but found the shade of what I was. In taverns thick with voices, I drank with thieves and blades. I watched the weak go crying where no man came to aid. They called me Bosk of Marshes, a man with no old song. And in that cruel harbor I learned how shame turns strong. I was no longer tall there, no hero out of flame, only Bosk, a captain rising with a self-made pirate name. Canals of Port Car, dark water, hidden scar, 1,000 knives beneath the moon, 1,000 deals in every room. Canals of Port Car, torn of the sea from afar. I came to find the man called Samos, but found the shape of what I Samos watched from shadows, white-haired, hard and wise, a slaver with the captain's mind and storm behind his eyes. The priest king's path ran crooked through rotten rope and tar, and destiny had hidden me in the canals of Port Car. Canals of Port Car, make me cruel, make me hard, teach me how the seamen live, teach me what the black waves give. Canals of Port Car, I will take your name and scar, and from your knives, your gold, your shame, I'll build a captain out of I bought men with coin and courage, I bought hulls with blood and gold. I gathered oars and cutthroats, the hungry and the bold. Thurnock stood beside me, Clytus took the deck, and on the sea of Thassa we hunted without regret. Cos and Tyros plotted their pride upon the tide, but Port Car's newest captain had learned how wolves survive. Paint my ships green, let them cut the sea unseen, let the enemy wonder where we are when we rise from mist and star. Paint my ships green, hotter than a pirate's dream, let the oars bite, let the sail lean. Paint my ships green. Paint my ships green. We raided rich round own vessels, we struck and slipped away. We took the gold of enemies and vanished into spray. The name of boss grew louder from harbor wall to throne, and men who'd laughed at marsh-born scum now feared him on his own. The sea makes quick decisions, the weak are swept aside, and every dawn on Thassa shows who has earned the tide. Paint my ships green, let them cut the sea unseen. Let the enemy wonder where we are when we rise from mist and star. Paint my ships green, hotter than a pirate's dream. Let the oars bite, let the sail lean. Paint my ships green. Paint my ships green. I stood before the thrones there, causing tyros dressed in pride, with Vivina veiled in jewels, a future Ubara at their side. They thought to cage Port Car with treaties, they thought to weigh me light. But pirates do not bow for long when plunder fills the night. Paint my ships green, let the war drums beat between. Let the harbor hear the tale of every captured royal sail. Paint my ships green, no man owns the open sea, and if they ask where Bosk has been, say, where the waves ran green. The city ran in panic, with bundles, blades, and cries. For cars and tyros gathered like a storm across the skies. The captains sat in silence, their courage nearly gone, and every canal of Port Car felt the terror before dawn. But one stone wrapped in silk there could turn a crowd to flame. For men who find a homestone find more than just a name. There is a homestone in Port Car, lifted high above the scar. Let the thief, the slave, the captain see what a city's heart can be. There is a homestone in Port Car, burning brighter than a star. If men will make the truth arise, then truth can stand before their eyes. The stone there, the slave boy spoke it true, and captains laughed in disbelief at what they never knew. But when I raised it to the crowd, the piazza shook with sound. Men wept and lifted children as if lost souls had been found. Port Car had been a hunger, a knife, a den, a lie. But even wolves may turn and stand when home is in their eyes. There is a homestone in Port Car, lifted high above the scar. Let the thief, the slave, the captain see what a city's heart can be. There is a homestone in Port Car, burning brighter than a star. If men will make the truth arise, then truth can stand before their eyes. Said no stone was there, the captains shook their heads. But all the fleeing turned around and chose to fight instead. A city is not marble, nor canal, nor gate, nor throne. It lives when men decide to live and gather round a stone. There is a homestone in Port Car, let the cry roll near and far. Through taverns, through the docks, through the chains and through the locks. There is a homestone in Port Car, and no fleet can take that star from men who stand for what they claim are more than gold and steel and shame. The fleets came like horizons, causing Tyros side by side. Thousands under colored sails across the morning tide. Port Car had fewer vessels, round ships ram ships fear. But Bosk stood in the mast basket and watched the doom draw near. No war could guard the harbor, no prayer could turn the foam. Only oars and sharpened bronze could bring the sailors home. Thassa will decide who breaks and who survives, who drowns beneath the rolling green, who earns the right to rise. Thassa will decide. Let the rams cut wide, for on the sea no lie can stand, and no coward's heart can hide. The lines bent like great serpents, the signals climbed the air. Bosk's plan moved through the chaos with a gambler's deadly care. Ships burned or shattered, men screamed beneath the spray, and Port Car's ragged courage turned disaster into day. The homestone rode behind them, the city in their chest, and men who once had fled the fight now gave the sea their best. Thassa will decide who breaks and who survives, who drowns beneath the rolling green, who earns the right to rise. Thassa will decide. Let the rams cut wide, for on the sea no lie can stand, and no coward's heart can hide. Cause I'd come for conquest, Tyros came for pride, but Port Car came for being, for the right to still abide. And when the waters reddened, when the broken mass was still, the sea had judged the nations by courage, blood and will. Thassa has decided, the storm has turned aside. Port Car stands unbroken on the black and bloody tide. Thassa has decided, let the harbor bells reply. Bosk has brought the fleet home, and Port Car will not die. They hailed me in the harbor, they crowned me with acclaim. The rooftops rained with flowers, and every mouth cried name. Vivina came as booty, proud beneath the jeers, and Port Car drank its triumph through golden smoke and cheers. But victory can hollow and power can turn cold when a man forgets the songs he was and worships steel and gold. Boss Admiral of Port Car, how far from home you are, with treasure in your stronghold, with blood upon your star. Boss Admiral of Port Car, what lives beneath the scar is tall, still somewhere breathing inside the man you are. At feast the singers gathered, and one blind voice began to sing of Ar and Packer and a long-lost warrior man. He sang of Tarl of Bristol, of deeds beneath the sun, and Telena's eyes grew shining for the man I thought was gone. I drank and called it nonsense, but the song cut through the din. For what the world remembers may wake the truth within. Boss Admiral of Port Car, how far from home you are, with treasure in your stronghold, with blood upon your star. Boss Admiral of Port Car, what lives beneath the scar is tall, still somewhere breathing inside the man you are. Oh, hark left for marshland, friendship in his hand. Fish found Venus' kindness far below the thrones of land. Telema stood beside me, no longer only flame, and Port Car, once without a heart, had learned to speak its name. Boss Admiral of Port Car, stand beneath the morning star. Not only gold, not only steel, not only wounds that never heal. Boss Admiral of Port Car, the sea has made you what you are, but tall still walks where songs begin. And one day